Welcome back to the homestead. I'm out here this morning doing a little work on the roof. I'm going to put this piece of transition tin in between the main roof and the porch and see if we can't get it to where it's shedding water all the way out to the front of the house. So the first thing I need to do is go ahead and pull the screws up from the bottom of the main tin, and that way the transition will slide up under that tin. So let's go ahead and get that done, and then we'll pull a string to see where the transition needs to sit. So you can see I've got the bottom row of screws out of my main roof's tin, and that's so that the transition will actually slide up under the bottom of it. And I brought a scrap up to see where I wanted the crease in the transition to fall, and it turns out that the best place for it to fall is actually right at the top of the tin that's on the porch. So I won't need a string pulled all the way down. I'll just be able to line that crease up at the top of the tin there and screw it down. But before I can screw that down, I need to put these filler pieces in, which are just foam rubber pieces cut to the shape of the tin, and they've got adhesive on them. You stick them down, and once that's stuck down and you screw the transition on top of it, it keeps the wind from being able to blow rain up under that transition and get back into here and then get under the metal. So let me go ahead and stick those down, and then we'll bring the transition up and start screwing it down. So I've got all of the foam filler strips in place now, all the way across the porch to keep the rain from driving back up under the transition. And now it's time to go ahead and bring the first piece of transition up and put it in place and see if we can get it screwed down. Alright, well, I'm sure you can hear that it's kind of windy today, and unfortunately my camera with the tripod has blown off of the house, so this is going to have to be finished out with my phone camera. And you can see I've got the first piece of transition down. I've got a screw in each end of it here to hold it in place. Then I've come back and I've marked in the field where each one of the screws will go into the top of the ridge. So we'll screw those down, and I'll come back and put some sealant on this end for the next piece of transition to seal to, and we'll just go all the way down the house doing that. Once the bottom side's done, then I'll come back and put screws back in the top side of it. Alright, well, the transition's in place now, so the roof should be pretty much shedding water. The only thing left as far as shedding water that needs to be put in are the high caps here on the two corners of the front porch and out there. Once those two high caps are in, everything will be covered. And then I also have this last little piece of fascia board and gable rake trim to put on the two front gables. And then after that, the roof will be done. Alright, well, we didn't get a whole lot of footage recorded today, but it has been extremely windy here, and working up on the roof, there's a real fine coat of dust up there, so the tin is really slick. And it's just all I could do to be able to hold on to the roof myself and get any work done, much less worry about a camera. So I'm going to show you a shot from down below what the transition looks like, and I was able to get the two gable fascia boards put on. So that's about all we're going to do for today, and when I've got a little more time, I'll come back out and do the two high caps on the front corners and the gable rake trim for the main roof, and that should pretty much finish up the roof. Okay, you can see the last of the fascia board on this gable. It's also on the other gable, which you can't see, and we got that transition put in. So the next time I'm come out and work on the roof, I'll do these last two high caps on the front porch, and the roof will pretty much be done. And in the meantime, we're going to be working on a material list for this front porch, or the entire wraparound porch actually, and be working on that project. So y'all check back for updates.